Good morning and welcome back to Bonney Lake. Please give a warm welcome to your Master of Ceremonies, Evan Klein.
Good morning, Bonney Lake, and welcome back. Who's looking forward to another great day of robot competitions? We have 16 more qualification matches to get through this morning, and then this afternoon we're going to head into our playoffs tournament. I want to take a brief moment to thank all of you for your exemplary demonstration of gracious professionalism yesterday. As the competition intensifies today, please keep that at the forefront of your memories and try to make Woody proud. Regardless of how the playoffs turn out today, whether you win or come up a little bit short, remember this season and this event are part of a wider and bigger journey. That journey is to help make the world a better place. Regardless of how your team is ranked, I challenge you to see the bigger picture. First isn't really about this competition. It's not about this event. It's about preparing you for the future. It's about preparing you to be tomorrow's leaders to tackle some of the world's largest problems. I'm excited to think about what you guys are going to do moving forward into our future. But remember, that impact starts now. Every skill that you're learning and using here today is valuable for the next stages of your life, whether that be heading straight into the workforce or looking for scholarships for your college or trade school of choice. First is here to support you. Be sure to check out the alumni and sponsorship network found on firstinspires.org. Now, let's hear about how FIRST has impacted other students after high school.
Alumni means that I have an entire world of connections.
It allows me to volunteer and give back to the community.
I think FIRST can really prepare you to solve any number of the world's big problems. The skills that you're going to be learning can completely change the future.
It takes a lot to make an event like this run so smoothly, and the dedicated and volunteers you have here on site make it not only seem easy, but fun. As we are always looking for the next generation of volunteers, I encourage you to check opportunities on firstinspires.org for volunteering positions you or your peers may be interested in. With that, let's take a moment to recognize the volunteers that are here on site helping you make this event run so smoothly. Up first, let me welcome back our judges. I hope you've all had an opportunity to meet with them and impress them. Good morning, judges. Please also help me welcoming back your volunteers in zebra striped shirts. It's your referees. Good morning, referees. I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce, although you've all met them, I'm sure, your robot inspectors, and led by the lead robot inspector, Eric Van Buren. As a reminder, teams, all robots must be re-inspected before they are eligible to play in the finals rounds this afternoon. Lastly, there are 3 groups of volunteers that I'd like to recognize individually. Up first, Let's recognize your field volunteers. This includes your resetters, your queuers, your scorekeepers, your FTAAs, and they're all led by your FTA, John Grimm, and your field supervisor, Dan Taylor. Next, I'd like to recognize your pit volunteers, which includes pit admins, spare parts, and your safety attendants. All of these people are organized and monitored by your pit admin supervisor, Raina Grubb. Lastly, and certainly not least, help me thank and welcome your volunteers working behind the scenes, such as volunteer registration, your audiovisual team, and all the other volunteers that I haven't mentioned specifically here. These are all coordinated by your wonderful and fabulous volunteer coordinator, Mara Kelly. Along with a fair competition, safety is a priority for FIRST. We want you to learn and have fun and be safe at the same time. That's why we have a wonderful set of safety managers here that I'd like to introduce you to. Ken Luthi and Noah Eckfeld. And with that, a big congratulations to Team 1939, the Kniggets, from Kansas City, Missouri, for their award-winning safety animation. Let's take a look.
Technology is helping people and cargo move a better planet faster and further than ever before.
Let's follow one package to see how the future of transportation is safe for all. People and robots often work together to create products and get cargo ready for shipping.
Just like in FIRST, safety training is important when working with robots. Robots will also have safety features like sensors and cameras to avoid injuries.
Planes, trains, and semi-trucks can be powered by electricity and renewable energy in the future to be safer for our planet.
Self-driving cars, drones, or delivery robots will use LiDAR and the Internet of Things to avoid accidents and crashes.
Each year, 40 million people are injured in car accidents worldwide, so these technologies could save lives.
And help us go faster, farther, and safer
than ever before.
Remember, safety first. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment to run down your safety plan with your lead mentor. This should include a designated meeting place in the event of an emergency somewhere outside of the building. Before we get started, let me give you a quick rundown of today's events. Starting in just a moment, we're going to finish up the remaining 16 qualification matches. Teams, this is your last opportunity to lock in those ranking points to help solidify your place in the rankings at this event before we move into finals. After qualification rounds have completed, we'll move directly into alliance selection, where the top 8 seeded teams are going to pick 2 other teams to join their alliance to try to compete for this district event's blue banner. These 8 alliances will move on to the playoffs. Remember, even if your team is not a member of these 8 alliances, your team still has an opportunity at winning one of the many awards that we'll be handing out at this district event. You also may be needed to play as a backup robot, so please stick around and cheer on those teams. At the conclusion of alliance selection, we're going to break for lunch and some much-needed strategy time. I'm sure the teams will need it. But right after lunch is concluded, we're going to move directly into our finals rounds, where we're going to take the 8 top alliances, move through them tournament style, and try to decide who is taking home the Bonney Lake Blue Winners Banners. We will then end the day with our awards ceremony. It's really going to be an exciting day. All right, just a reminder, I spoke with your safety managers that you met earlier this morning, and they wanted me to let you know that we need to walk, not run, in the pits, in the stands, and on your way to the field. They're pretty close. There's no need to run. And now, please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem, sung by Bella Richin.
Oh. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Now make some noise for who's ready to play Rapid React. Teams, please bring your robots onto the field. We've been cleared for takeoff.